Hello everybody, my name is Jacob, and welcome back, or welcome to Blueprints. I always get excited when there's a brand new game to play, but I get particularly excited when there's a brand new game to play, and it is... I don't know the way to describe it, but this game was on my radar. I knew that this game existed. I knew what this game was. Like, oh, it's a puzzle game. Oh, that looks interesting. Oh, it'll be in PlayStation Plus. And then I saw the reviews come out. I'm gonna keep talking while I look at the settings because I haven't booted this up at all. I haven't looked at any of this. And then I looked at the reviews. And then I heard, oh, this is one of the best games of the year. This is potentially a Game of the Year contender. And then I heard someone compare it to Outer Wilds in terms of, if you think you would like this game based on just the premise, the genre, what it is, play it without looking at anything. So that's what I'm here to do. So let's go. All that I know about this game is it is a first-person puzzle game. It has roguelike elements, and blueprints, I'm assuming, are factored in some way, shape, or form because the title of the game is Blueprints. So, let's see what this is all about. And I can already tell that this is going to be one I'm going to want to platinum, or I'm assuming at least. If I love a game enough, it's on PlayStation, why wouldn't I want to platinum it? Doggo Bomb presents... a studio I'd never heard of. I don't know if they've made anything else. In association with Raw Fury. Now, I know Raw Fury. I've spent quite a bit of time in their games. A game by Tondo Ross. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I am. I apologize if I am not. I love playing a puzzle game for the channel. I love it. I love playing a puzzle game for the channel where I am learning the rules at the same time the viewer is.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare
This instrument? Oh, that's... okay. I was like, instrument? What do we got, like the record player?
Heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones.
I think we might be playing as Simon.
My dear niece,
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume.
all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
That looks like a very jumbled house. That looks like a house made of a bunch of different pieces and parts.
The request is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate.
What?
The location
What? Okay.
and servants of the manor, but I am confident
Okay.
Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
Okay, game, you've got my fucking number.
To uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
There has...
Witness whereof
Look,
I
man.
have hereunto set my hand this 8th day
Look.
of March 1993.
Nothing has ever immediately
S.
been my shit than discover the 46th room of my 45-room estate. Just looking at me dead in the eyes and saying that, and just every single alarm bell, like if my brain was like a mechanical concoction, as soon as that happened, you would just seen every little like whiz bang and gear and everything just immediately. Oh my god, I love the way this looks. 50? Oh. I love the way this looks. This is a very impressive cell shading look. Cell shading, as much as I love Borderlands, can be difficult to get right. Oh? What do I... Okay. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you'll be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Oh, each time you enter a room. So does that mean if I, like, go back? Like, I enter a room and then I turn back around and I go back into the previous one? Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. There's the roguelike element coming into play, I think. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads, abandon the path, and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. What is this? A blueprint? You found the Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing R2. Okay, entrance hall, antechamber. From its root meaning the room before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room resting on the 9th rank may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. Bedrooms, hallways, green rooms, shops, red rooms? What have I gotten myself into? Oh, I'm so excited. So I can just, okay, open that at any time. Oh, my PS5 controller turns blue when I open that. That's cute. Okay, so we're in the room. I can go to the left, to the right, or forward. Well, as we all know, Stanley walked through the door on his left. Select a room to draft. Closet, 2 items, hallway, bedroom. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. Well, let's start with that one then. Okay. The art style and aesthetic are blowing my mind. I love it so. Like, that looks like the front door, but it also looks like it could be, like, inside of the cabinet as well. I'm assuming that's his grandmother. I can't sleep, but we have this. The trunk is locked. Okay. Am I meant to find a key in here? See, normally these sorts of first-person games I don't like playing on console. I would rather play them on PC. But this is the sort of thing where this is so slowly paced. Greetings from Reddington. This is so slowly and deliberately paced that I don't have an issue with playing it on console. Okay. Corridor. Corridor is always left unlocked. Lavatory and parlor. Well, parlor has a puzzle piece in it? Okay, a little wind-up key. A rather curious wind-up key. A component of the parlor game. The parlor game. Interesting. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write the particulars of this game, when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, Mr. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. Well, I'm gonna take a picture of that. Snap. You better believe I'm taking a picture of that. Like for real? You really think I'm not gonna? Okay. Oh, well, speaking of, looky what we found here. Okay. This is the black box. Okay, well, that's false because it is a blue box. This is the black box. Well, that's false because it is a white box. The black box is not empty. So both of those are false, which means this one must be true, which means the black box must have something in it, because one of the boxes has to be true. We got 2 diamonds? Okay. Den, which would give us another diamond. Pantry, which would give us $4. And a guest bedroom, which would give us 10 steps. Once you've drawn floor plans, you must select one to draft. Okay, well, if we open up the guest bedroom, then it will close off that front door of the entrance hall. If we open up the pantry, then it'll loop back around to the entrance hall. So they will all make the front door of the entrance hall moot. Well, in that case, we'll do the guest bedroom, since we'll at least get 10 steps from that. Hello. Another diamond. What those do, I have no earthly idea. I do like that it is not one of those games where you can go and open every single little drawer and stuff. If it was, I feel like that would drive me insane. Sinclair, I just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in this house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoyed your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. KH. Wait a minute, Sinclair is not... No, Herbert Sinclair. That's his name. Okay. I can't run. There's no run button. Oh, no, there is. Left trigger makes us go a little bit faster. Oh, how interesting. Okay. Okay. Storeroom, lavatory, hallway. Well, if I do storeroom, then that completely closes us off. We can't open any more doors. Lavatory is the same way, so I gotta do hallway. I do need to find a key, though, for that box in the main room. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Oh, locked doors. Spare room, nook, and den. Let's do den. That affords us more rooms. Right now, my biggest concern, now that I've sort of been piecing together what the premise of the game is, my biggest concern right now is getting into as many rooms as possible. That way I can see what we have at our disposal. This is den rank 2. What makes it... Spread diamonds in each green room. Okay. Sure. What does that mean? Buried below. Occasionally you may find small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Well, I don't have a shovel, but I guess maybe I can find one? Hold on. Can I... Yeah, the look sensitivity, I'd like to crank up a hair. There we go. Also, smooth look. Versus not. Oh. That doesn't necessarily feel much different. But I'll turn smooth look on. Why not? I don't know. Why not? Okay, whenever you enter the chapel, you lose 1 coin. Food for sale. Or spare room. I don't really know what food for sale would give us, but... because we don't have any, coins. But at the same time, it's a brand new room. But the spare room, though, would lead us straight ahead, whereas the kitchen would just loop us back around to potentially to whatever room the den opens up to. So let's do the spare room. This is a spare room, all right. Is this the edge? It is the edge. Okay. I'm starting to wonder... Courtyard is a gem requirement, storeroom, pantry. Let's do the storeroom. Let's do the storeroom, I think. Because we have enough ways to go right now where I'm okay with closing one off. And I think I've just figured out... I was about to say, like, I'm trying to piece together what the basic premise would be in the way that, like, what would prevent me from just going all the way to the end in one day. But I think I'm starting to piece together why that is, or why I would be prevented from doing that. Because now I'm sacrificing certain ways to go and unlock other things. So now I've got another key. And look at that. I am going back around. I'm using footsteps. But I want to see what's in this box. Okay. Okay. Another key and another gem. So we got 7 gems, 6 coins, and 1 key. And I don't precisely understand what any of these would do. Walk-in closet has 4 items. Normal closet has 2 items. Office has... So these are all going to be moot, because even if I do the office, opportunity to earn and spread coins, but if I do the office, I can't go through that second door. And coins are not really my priority right now because I don't have anywhere to spend them. So I would want to do a walk-in closet to get 4 items. What are those items? I don't know. Sleep mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5 steps. Okay. Well, does that mean I can turn back around and re-enter the previous bedrooms? Lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. And then 2 gems. Okay. So... oh, I can use the touchpad to look. That's interesting. Makes me think that maybe even at one point gyro was considered. Oh, I do kind of like this. Okay. I gain 2 more. And then I gain 5 more. Okay. I gain 2 more. Okay, that was a boon, I would say. But now I gotta be very careful about what I do when I go through this door. Chapel, corridor, or lavatory. So, chapel would open it up to go to the left. Corridor, but I would lose every time I re-enter. So let's do the corridor. Because corridor still keeps it open. Corridor will never be locked, whatever that means. Nook, bunk room. Okay, so if I want to continue, I gotta do security, because all the other ones are dead ends. So, security then. Views everything that's in the house. Every item that's in the house? Oh. And we've got a cutscene as well. How old are we? We look like we're like 12. Also, this is exceptionally menacing music for this game. I would not have expected this kind of music. Also, in case it wasn't obvious, I do want to state something for anyone watching this playthrough who has played this game or who knows this game really well. I don't care what episode of the playthrough it is, whether it's episode 2 or episode 25 or whatever. I don't want to see any spoilers or any comments talking about, oh, I can't wait till he gets to blah. Don't say anything. Unless you can really That's you. Unless you can really hide it, and it would be a thing of like, I would have no idea what you're referring to until I get to that point. Oh, an apple. Nice. Don't say a damn thing, because I want to go through this thing as blind as humanly possible, and I don't want to accidentally look at, like, the comments and be like, oh, well, there's a major spoiler for the end of the game, or something like that. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to gain entry. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. So it's not just the fact that it's going to be more difficult to progress forward based on finding the randomized doors that have the right entryways. Some of them might be locked, so it might be a case of like, I can keep going further, the doors are not blocked, except that they are locked and I'm out of keys. Staff notice. Effective for the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password, of course it's scratched out, because why would the game give me anything like that? Okay. Food for sale in the kitchen, and that provides me a way forward, so let's go to the kitchen. Food is for sale, and I'm assuming food means I can continue moving forward based on that little apple thing. Okay. Banana, club sandwich. Oh, and adds morning room to today's draft pool. Okay. But the only thing I can afford is a banana. So let's not eat anything yet and hope that I can come back and do the bacon and eggs. Each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. So any of those could be helpful to me. The Nook is going to guarantee a key, though. But any of those will get me out on the left or right-hand side of their respective rooms. I'm only at rank 4, so I'm not going to reach rank 8 today, I don't think. So let's do the Nook so I can get an additional key at least. For what good that might do for me. Given the fact that some of these doors are going to be locked now, I think I want that. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. The fact that this game is straight up telling me you might want to get a notebook to keep track of things and notes tells me this game is so absolutely 100% my shit. Okay, we've got enough money now for the bacon and eggs. So yeah, bacon and eggs. And I don't know if the money carries over, so I don't want to spend more. I don't know if the keys, gems, and money carry over, so I don't want to spend any more. Okay, so if I want to keep going, Courtyard is going to have to be the one. Because none of the other ones will get me to that particular entryway. Sledgehammer. Can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. Okay, I'm assuming it's a one-time use. Because it would be crazy if that thing was a constant use. Okay. Foyer is going to be the only one that lets me continue. So am I spending gems to go through those, or do I just need to have the gems? Keys for sale, dining room, boudoir. Dining room is going to be the only one that lets me continue. Wait a minute. Oh my god, there's... okay, there's 5. There's 5 rows. Why did I think there were only 4? I don't know. But I'm at rank 5 right now, which is nice. Maybe I will get to rank 8 this time. Well, in that case, let's see what this door has for us. This door's locked. Use the key. I've got a sledgehammer, so I can crack it open if need be. Chapel. Let's do West Wing Hall. Because I'd rather not spend the 1 coin every time I go in and out of the door. Rumpus Room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Oh, okay, okay. So. Morning Room will be a loop around. Rumpus Room will let me go straight on ahead. But Drawing Room. Oh, let's do Drawing Room. Let's do Drawing Room. Okay, it does cost us a gem, it looks like. And another key. Good. Oh, the key to the secret garden. Okay, not a normal key then. Good to know. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you may select 1 to draft. However, there's some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Oh, really? Is that this room? Is that this room now? Lavatory, pantry, and chapel. Well, chapel would let me continue on ahead. Let's do chapel. I've already got plenty of money. Is there anything in here that would be of use? There's a lot of chess pieces I'm finding. And I've yet to find a chess board. What? 1 star for each time you've drafted observatory? I don't know what that is. Also, okay, so none of these will let me continue beyond. So I'm going to do Morning Room so we can start with 2 gems tomorrow. For whatever that's worth. Coin purse. Each time you collect 3 coins, earn an additional 1 in interest. Did that give me an additional 1 right there because of that? Upgrade disc. Floor plan upgrade disc. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. What does that mean? And where's an estate terminal? The Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. In the blue hours of Wednesday morning, the venerable Baron of Mount Holly, Herbert S. Sinclair, passed away at the ripe age of 73 after a prolonged struggle with the heart condition that had been kept from the public eye until his final days. Esteemed as a pillar of society and renowned for his penchant for crafting puzzles, he was a source of endless fascination to our readers over the years. Not least, though, his popular column, Baron Bafflers, which he penned for over a decade. The particulars of the announcement of his successor yesterday has left his devoted followers with one last intrigue to ponder. The reading of his will precipitated a flurry of speculation, for his niece and presumptive heir, the much-beloved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones, has been missing, presumed deceased, for the past 6 years. Mrs. Jones, better known to our readers by her pen name Marion Marigold, enchanted the hearts and minds of children across the realm with her literary creations such as The Red Prince, Swimbird, and A New Clue. Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. The Red Prince, well, this game's called The Blue Prince. Interesting. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon P. Jones, a lad of but 14 summers, so 14 years old, who was yesterday named the provisional heir to the sprawling Cinca Empire. However, this vast inheritance is accompanied by an undisclosed contractual condition. Given the Baron's well-known penchant for tests of mettle and wit, it's clear that the young heir from Reddington, distinguished in his own right as last year's county science fair runner-up, faces an extraordinary challenge in the coming weeks. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess something here. And I actually don't know if I want to be right or not. What if his mom is locked in the room? What if his mom is locked in the 46th room? Like, not in a malicious way, but like she got trapped there. What if? Could you imagine? When you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. Commissary, items for sale. Oh, items for sale. Yeah. Items for sale. Effective, okay. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. What? Okay. I don't know what that is. That is a cigarette machine. That is a cigarette vending machine. Gem, salt shaker, shovel, or key. I kind of would like the shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. I don't know what the salt shaker does. I kind of just want to find out. Okay, so both of those courtyards I can go back to and dig stuff up at. With the shovel, right? Where's the dirt pile? Okay. Nothing of interest was buried here. What about over here? A few old coins. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I got 2 coins or if I got 1 coin and then it gave me the interest. Okay, is this a room with the upgrade thing? Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. View estate inventory, keycard system, login to network. Okay, I don't have the password. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. Change security level. I don't know if I want to mess with any of this. Change offline mode. This mode determines the default setting that the security doors will be set to if power is lost during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on the estate. But I don't want to mess with any of that right now because I don't know what any of it means. Log into network. Okay, yeah. View estate inventory. The following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. The list will be updated as new rooms are added. Well, that's really nifty. Literally telling me, like, hey, by the way, kid, you left some fruit or a gem somewhere. Okay. Scanning disk. What? Is it a random upgrade? We're going to upgrade the storeroom. Storeroom data has been found on this upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgrade floor plans. Storeroom. Okay. Okay, so do I want more coins, more key, or more gems? I'm going to say more key. Because the key will let me unlock doors and the chests. Those are the 2 things that are the most important to me in the current state of things. What's under here? Okay. Rather dirty coin. And an unremarkable rock. Actually, I'll be honest, you know what this game is giving me the vibes of more than anything? It's not even, like, Outer Wilds or stuff like that. Well, I mean, it kind of is because of the concept of, like, explore on your own without any knowledge. It's giving me Myst vibes in a major, major way. Oh, now I'm starting to see why it's going to be a pain with the footsteps and everything, because I went from 50 a little bit ago. Now I'm at 27. This door is locked. Special keys. Secret garden key. Okay, this key does not fit. Okay. Then, how much did it cost? 10 coins to buy a key from this. Please don't be locked. Okay, you're not locked. Pantry, lavatory, or boudoir. Damn, they're all gonna... Okay, so I can do the pantry, because that'll give me 4 coins. Oh, Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. I'll take that apple, get 2 more steps, and then I will go buy a key. That's why I chose that door, because we get 4 coins. We can buy 1 key. And seems like I can buy more than 1 key later on, perhaps. I'm starting to pick up what this game is putting down. I'm starting to pick things together. Okay. Ooh, passageway. If I want to continue, I gotta do passageway. But I've only got 1 more gem left now. Ooh, I really, really like this game. You cannot see floor plans while drafting this room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Whenever you draft a bedroom, game 5 steps. I mean, dark room would let me continue on this way, and I can't back out, so dark room. Oh, I hated that. This is not a horror game, but I hated that. Alright. This door's locked. Oh, fuck off. Oh! Oh, hell yeah. What did we find? Worthless old shoe. Nice. Ooh, an apple. Munch, munch. I love a game like this where I could fully see myself recording for like 5 or 6 hours and then being like, wait, how many did we do? How much time has passed? Can I put something in there? I guess not. But hey, we got to the secret Oh. Oh, yeah, it's mist. It's mist. We're talking about some mist shit. This is some mist level shit we're doing. Can I, like, knock the apples down? I guess not. This is some mist level shit that we are pulling right now. Alright. God, I'm really, really loving this. I'm really, really loving this. Breaker box or boudoir. I've got 2 other ways I can go from the passageway in the east wing hall, so let's do a utility closet so I can see what the breaker box is. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I don't know what I've never been more excited to have no earthly idea what anything means. Leads to a room of a color of your choice. Experimental house features. I mean, I think none of these rooms will lead me anywhere else. Secret passage has the back doorway, but passageway will give us that as well. So let's do laboratory to see what experimental house features are. Oh man, this game is so my shit. I typically work over at Cinca Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine tests. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I've been unable to find the laboratory on the estate. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical? And if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips for my fellow technicians would be appreciated. Kimberly Thompson. Okay. This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. We haven't found the boiler room. So that's some good shit, I think. Effective immediately, electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. So can't access it in here. Okay. What does that mean? I don't know. What is the... Oh, a lever. Broken lever. Somebody talked about levers. Heating and cooling curves. H2O melting point. Lab technician Randolph M. Test 205 at atmospheric pressure. 93 kPa in Mount Holly freezer. I don't know what any of that is. Or what any of that means. Games like this make me so excited to be completely at a loss. It's really funny, honestly. Like, you would never expect somebody to be like, God, being completely lost and having no idea what's going on is so absolutely my shit. Boudoir, conference room, rumpus room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Well, as long as it's either the conference room or the rumpus room... Well, I can't do the rumpus room because I don't have any gems, so conference room it is. Okay, well, we've got another letter. Safe code 9083. I don't know where a safe is, or where a safe would be. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. Key card, okay. Electronic key card opens electronically powered security doors. Well, this is our only path going forward, and we are currently at 13 steps. So I don't know. And this is the end of it. Because I can't open the music room because I don't have enough gems. And both of these rooms are dead ends. So let's take a look at the bunk room just to see what it looks like. Just to take a look-see here. Ooh, we got some bananas. We got a lot of steps back. They got a little Atari 2600. I have a Lego set of that game system. That feels cruel to have a hamster in this place. So does that mean, like, if I put a thing in here, like, if I put a thing in a room, will it just stay in that room? That's kind of crazy, that basic idea, if that is the case. So let's double check. So, yeah, I'm looking at the couple ways. Utility closet won't lead anywhere. Bunk room won't lead anywhere. Commissary, pantry, laboratory, morning room, and bedroom. All the places that could potentially have other exits, none of them lead anywhere. All right, so obviously this is just our first day. This is the first episode of this playthrough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run around until we lose steps. Until we run... Oh. Banana. Why did I eat that? I'm trying to run around until we run out of steps. I just want to see what that looks like. We'll just do this. Because are we gonna collapse? Like, what's gonna happen? 3, 2, 1, and boom. Okay, just fade to black. You've used all your steps and must now call it a day. You've pushed yourself to the very edge of exhaustion and must now return to your campsite to get some rest. You can continue your search tomorrow, however, the house might be a little bit different. We're camping outside? Gramps, you didn't even give us... like, money for a hotel? You gonna have us camping outside? That seems rude. Mount Holly Garden, Bed, and Breakfast. Oh, so it's based on the rooms we chose. Interesting. 4 green rooms, 4 bedrooms, and I had bacon and eggs. Total rooms 32, rank reached 7, steps taken 113, items found 8. We got pretty far this go-round. But I don't know if that's the sort of thing where, like, well, you're always going to kind of get this far, or obviously we ran into some rooms that are like, well, the boiler room and the breaker room and all that. So who knows what that will result in going forward, because for all we know, that's the case now. But if we try to go any further, it might be like, well, you can't, because you didn't do X, Y, and Z. So, day 2 seems like the perfect place to go ahead and say we're going to call this an episode. And in the next episode, we'll continue deeper into the house and see what awaits us. So, on that note, thank you everybody for watching. Like the video if you liked the video. Share the video if you'd like to share the video. Subscribe if you'd like to as well. That would really help me out. I have been Jacob, and you have been wonderful. Thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out and just, like, having a fun little... puzzly adventure with me. I'm so excited to go through this with you. You have no idea. And this has been Blueprints. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. See you, Space Cowboys.